The Naruto Ultimate Ninja series carries some of the best memories of our teenage adult life, granting players the ability to roleplay and create some of the best battles in Naruto series. The Naruto Ultimate Ninja series was developed by CyberConnect 2. The first game was released in 2003 for the PlayStation 2 and was followed by 4 more titles for the system, as well as 5 spin-offs for the PlayStation Portable. Given from the great success the series had, granted an amazing follow-up for PlayStation 3 titled Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. The Ultimate Ninja Storm series detailed nice 3D environments going along with a casual and fun fighting mechanics system. It had a good starting roster of characters and support characters. They also had real-time awakenings for transformations, as well as being able to select a more powered up version from the character screen. The game also featured fun mini-games such as climbing up trees, jumping across trees, and etc. It also had fun combat mechanics like Jutsu Clash mini-games, a mechanic never again to return throughout the Ninja Storm series, and also cinematic wall fighting. The game also features cinematic ultimate jutsu along with a fun minigame to give you a fighting chance against such jutsus. Fighting mechanics are fairly simple. You press the circle button repeatedly along with holding down the directional button and things just happen. The game also features a free roam story mode, something close to the Naruto Broken Bonds, except in Storm you're only designated to stay in the Leaf Village, which I wish they would have expanded exploration a little more. I wouldn't say the story mode is a story mode. It kind of skips the Zabuza arc, which is really insane, and it only highlights the story beats like Naruto versus the Frog, Naruto versus Gaara, Tsunade versus Orochimaru, and Naruto versus Sasuke. In hindsight though, the story fights is fun for what it's worth. I love the cinematic aspect, and that's clearly what this game relies on. Naruto Storm 2, a game of many changes, some good and some downright awful. First, I'll give a list of good changes and then I will list the bad. Better free roaming. Free roaming in Storm 2 improves upon Storm's confinement to just the village. Now you're able to go to different villages like the Sand Village and other areas that was included in the show. Again, I love the idea as it takes me back to Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3, 4, and 5 for the PS2 system. I also love the fact that it included more boss battles. It really made Storm 2 stand out, highlighting key moments of the story. I generally love the story fights with Pain, and don't get me started on Sasuke versus Itachi. I remember online being pretty toxic. Gameplay consisted of blocking attacks, spamming substitution, and hitting your opponent with an ultimate. Most of your character opponents online will consist of Lars from the Tekken universe, as he was a very cheap character. It was the first and only game to feature Lars, as he did not return to Naruto Storm 3, thankfully. Naruto Storm 3, a game that was set out to prove its superiority in the gaming community. It has definitely achieved that and much more, with bigger boss battles, more characters added to the roster, a grander cinematic story on a wider scale, and also the ability to see Naruto in a fire fit with Goku's clothes. I love this game for many reasons. For one reason in particular, the gameplay had seemed to be sped up, faster fighting in general. It also added a mechanic to be able to cancel between my attacks by pressing triangle on the controller and X in order to chakra dash toward your opponent or away from your opponent. A very welcome change indeed. It also changed the way your substitute meter worked. You see, Storm 1 and 2 didn't have the meter counter. Instead, it only went by chakra gauges, and you had to time it exactly when your opponent strike and press the guard button between each strike in order to appear behind your opponent. It definitely was hard to pull off, and it felt very random at times also. So as you can see, this new substitution feature in Storm 3 absolutely changed the game for the better. Instead of the counter system being a form of luck, now it's been given its own dedicated counter button, along with 4 substitution gauges. Deplete these gauges and you will have to wait at least a total of 15 seconds for your meter to fill back up. And get this, if you substitute again before your meter fills back up, you will reset the timer and you will have to wait again for another 15 seconds for your gauges to start refilling back up. It added another great layer to the game to make it more competitive as an arena fighter, which at the time and still even today, as this video is still recording, Naruto arena fighters are heavily disrespected. Another welcome change I love was definitely instant awakening abilities. With the flick of the right analog stick, you can go into a power up state in between the heat of battle. The reason I love this change is because it granted more combo canceling options in between attacks. It added to the unpredictability of gameplay loops, and I was all for that. It really added more options to be creative and flexible with character fighting styles. Online play wasn't as toxic as Storm 2, and Storm 3 took way more skill. This third entry definitely earned a spot in my heart as the best Naruto game. A few years later, in between a few Naruto Storm games, it will soon be later redeemed by one of the best, and probably is the best entry in the Storm series, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. A game I still boot up time to time to play every once in a while. This game improved upon everything from Storm 3. New mechanics like the tag out system, ability to damage character outfits, and also elemental damage from certain jutsus. Thing I kinda wish they kept was the instant awakenings for certain characters implemented in Storm 3, but that's okay. Story mode this time around is kind of a downgrade, having to sit through still panels of certain moments of the story. Also didn't really have free roam for the main story, apart from side story known as the Boruto story. But it still is a good improvement over the games in between Naruto Storm 3. We had a few hit or misses, but this last Storm 4 game really seemed to kick up the pace and really knock everything out the park and give it one last hurrah. The overall story quality just felt like a downgrade at times on what they had to work on. Isn't good considering your story is the key point of your game. All in all, battles were still fun. Online play though is fun. I just wish that the servers was just a little better. We have a new Naruto game coming out, which sparked my interest to make this video. And now that I'm speaking to y'all, I can make this video, and I'm thinking this game is going to be a good game. I think it is going to improve upon what we've seen so far, and I think this will be the best Naruto game in the series to date. It has everything that we've seen in the past current games, all the characters combined, and we'll have some new characters such as Hokage Naruto, Hokage Sasuke, also Indra and Ashura. And we'll have some new characters like the new Boruto and the new Kawaki. So we can honestly say that this game will be a good experience, and we will have that new Naruto experience with the Boruto experience added on to it. Hoping that this game is a good game and that we here to talk about Naruto, this new generation Storm, for time to come. This is Retro X Station. Thank you for watching. Peace out.